Hi everyone, and welcome to English A 212 Technical Writing. This video is going to walk you through our online course. It's going to highlight how our course will work and where you can find all the pertinent materials. Every time you log into our course, you will be directed here to our course blog. This is our main way for us to communicate with each other. Now, if you're accessing the course through a smart device or a mobile device, such as your iPad, tablet, smartphone, the Blackboard app has this blog most likely as a link. You probably won't enter here into the course. So it's important that you check that link each and every time you log into Blackboard. It's my main way to communicate with you. In this space, I post things such as class addresses, where I will have a video talking to you about maybe an upcoming assignment, more detailed information on the assignment sheet, answers some questions that have been coming to me, or anything along those lines. It also allows me to communicate maybe what's happening in the world that's related to what we're studying, and it's a way for you to communicate with me. You can reply back to any blog post, or you can post your own material as a blog entry. So it's kind of a great forum for us, a water cooler, so to say, for us to communicate with each other. So make sure you check this area every time you come in. So the main things over here on the side that you're going to see. So of course we have that course blog link. Under course information, you're going to see all the big important stuff, like how to get a hold of me. Of course, our course syllabus, which I hope you will read and reread and read again, and then read one more time, as well as the book that we'll be working with. Now, some people may have the 9th edition. That means that your page numbers are going to be different, and it will be up to you to make sure that you're on track with all the right information. I've also created a course calendar. You'll see all the due dates that are in here. Now, what I want you to know is that this is a Google Calendar, and so you can actually sync this with your own Google Calendar. All UAA students have Google apps available to them. But what you'll notice here is that everything is going to be due on a Monday or a Thursday. Everything in the course is due on a Monday or a Thursday at 10 p.m. What you'll notice is that some weeks we have something due on Monday and Thursday. Some weeks it's just Thursday, and other weeks it's just Monday. I point this out to you because you should know that every Monday and Thursday something may be due. It'll always be due at 10 p.m. on those days. That also means that you don't have anything technically due on a Tuesday or Wednesday. You're never going to be caught off guard with something due on any other day. But those are hard deadlines, Mondays and Thursdays by 10 p.m. Please make sure you write down these dates and all due dates in order to keep on top of our coursework. The first thing that I'd like you to do is go through this Start Here button. There's some really important information in here as far as taking an online course, how this course is set up, and where things are. So make sure you check out that that section. So I have our course set up in learning units. And what that means is that everything you need is going to be in the learning unit which we're working in. So right now, Unit 0 is open. You'll always see the same things. First off, you'll have what's in the folder, what you can find there, and pretty much how long it will take to complete. Once you get into that content area, it'll be the same format almost every week. If there's an assignment sheet, it'll always be the very first week's attachment. We'll have our week objectives, and then you'll have your weekly tasks. You almost always have something to read, to watch, and to write. I've created videos and created playlists in YouTube for all of our course lectures outside of the class addresses, which are posted on our blog. So each week you'll come down to the playlist, and then there'll be a due date. This week is a little different because I have some assignments in here that I want you to do, such as the meet and greet blog where you'll introduce yourself to your fellow classmates and get to know one another. and a syllabus quiz to make sure you know some of the key elements of the syllabus. So now let's go look at a typical learning unit. The first unit we're really working in is Unit 1, and it's our Tech Basics. It lays the foundation for the course. In here, again, you get what we'll be doing and how long it will take to complete. Once we come into the learning unit, you'll see we have our assignment sheet, the week objectives, and our lesson work. Well, you'll read something, you'll watch something, and you'll write something. Your playlist and the due date. We'll scroll down to the next assignment, week 2. Again, we have our week objectives. You'll read something, you'll watch something, you'll write something. We have our playlist, and then we have our due date. We'll go to the third week. Are you seeing the trend here, right? We keep going through the same things. We have our week objectives where you'll read something, you'll watch something, you'll write something. And we have our playlist and the due date. And we have our unit project. There's some supplementary material after this, as well as an extra credit assignment. So get an idea that each unit will be scaffolded in the same exact way, and that you can look through each unit once it's released. So it gives you the entire unit all at one time. These little icons over here, you can actually see the table of contents, which you can click and hop around if you want to kind of just peruse as opposed to force clicking over on the side, or you can shrink it to make it small again. In the communication section, this is the main way where we can communicate. We have our meet and greet blog, our email list, and discussion board. We will work in these 3 areas throughout the semester. When you want to check your grades, you'll come over to the grade section in order to check the work there. I leave comments on everything you submit, and it's really important that you check those comments. If you're unfamiliar how to do that, please let me know, and I'll be glad to post a video on how to do so. When you go to submit work, I will always give you directions on where to submit work. So for this example, you'll go to the discussion board, which is in communications, in order to submit your work. There are times, for example, in the week 2, where I'm going to ask you to submit something to turn in papers. You'll see I want you to submit to turn in papers, week 2 practice questions. When you go into turn in papers, you'll click on the assignment. And in this box, you'll write, here is my paper, have a good day, whatever it is that you want to include in this paper, in this box. This is not where you put your submission. Where you put your submission is here. You will always use it as an attachment. You'll browse your computer, you'll attach your file, and then you'll submit your work. This way, you will always have your work set as an attachment as a PDF file. You'll know that you've submitted your work properly when you go into the grade section and you see a green box with an exclamation mark in it. If you have any questions on how to use Blackboard or anything else, there is this link here for student help, which will offer all sorts of tutorials for you should you need them. You'll notice that I am available for questions. Please make sure that you ask them. Post a reply to our blog, and I will answer any questions in the same space. All right, again, everything is set up in learning units. The learning units are set up week by week. Everything is due either on a Monday or a Thursday by 10 p.m., and everything should be pretty straightforward. If you ever have questions, again, don't hesitate to ask. And in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful start to your semester.